and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. First game back in Golden State for the Warriors. They're ready to play. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building. And they'd love to go for the sweep here and make it 4-0 in the season series.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Rockets, Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Smith at the power forward with Howard at the center. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that two-guard position.
Well, he can defend three positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the two-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
Harden, that's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Curry dishes to Green. Poked away. Stolen by Beverly. To the middle. Here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Ariza's got his first 2 points of the night.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Now here's Thompson. A 32-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Green kicks to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State here. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The three. Beverly against Curry. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. Third is Stephen Curry.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month. And the Rockets have lost the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big. As far as let's see if he
by Houston. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Here's Thompson. James Harden picking up that last basket. And the Warriors miss again.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, a very level-headed, dignified young man. And just he has an air about it.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. People were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Some changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes. Terrence Jones is checked in for the Rockets. Lawson comes in for Patrick Beverly.
He might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Here's Harden. Again, the miss by Harden. The Warriors trail. Iguodala, no good.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Green. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Harden with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Fires the 3. And Lawson gets it to go on the assist by Howard. Lawson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the paint, here's Green, and the layup is good.
And that's almost automatic. electric anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
And the Warriors with some changes. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for Trevor Ariza. The wide open look here for Terry. The three-pointer is right on target.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Here's Livingston.
Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish.
Yeah, I love the mentality getting inside. I mean, they've been bottled up in there, but when you attack the paint, generally good things are going to happen for them.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. And the slam dunk by Rush.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And here we go with Lawson running it right up the court. Goes back up. Here's Brewer. Plays it up and banks it in. Brewer's got his first basket of the night.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
2 on the clock. And another basket for Golden State. Intercepted. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Rockets ahead, up by 3. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, he told us about his comfort.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Terry. Terrence Jones out there with Brewer. And it's Capella in at the 4. Beverley, the pass to Howard. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Stephen Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously, injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Curry, it's deflected. Harden kicks to Beverley. Launches it. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, It's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, you're right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game. Some caused by their good defensive play, but some were just carelessness.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with tiny putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Takes the three. The shot is off, and the Rockets take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, and the foul trouble coming down the stretch. You know, they didn't have the guys on the floor you'd like to have out there, nor could they be as aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and because of the foul trouble, they really didn't want to incur more foul trouble, so they backed off and became passive, and that's no way to play defense.
Kicks it out to Ariza. From deep. Ariza with another miss.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that. The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Timeout called the Rockets. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Here's Harden. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
This is what this team is all about here. I mean, they're forcing their way inside, just bulldozing themselves into the paint area, and they're having a lot of success.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Green. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Iguodala with the steal. Curry with it. Now Lawson defending. Curry with another miss. Rockets leading by 5. Here's Harden on the wing. Lets the three fly. A rebound by Iguodala.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Lawson has the open look. And it's off from three-point range. Golden State's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And the slam dunk by Spates.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Brewer's shot is off.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And it's good. Spades has got 4 this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that.
Right. He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. And a switch here also for Houston. Terry's checked in. He dishes it to Lawson from past the arc, and he gets it to go. Lawson's got 6 points.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
26 seconds left to play here in the half. Iguodala kicks to Curry. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet. He's got 5.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
The dish now to Curry. Now Rush. A 3-ball. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so that's the end of the first half. Rockets lead by 6. And
yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, they're playing good defense, trying to track the ball screens and take them on the 3-point line, but, you know, just got to be good.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was... And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
we have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Thompson.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Howard. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Thompson dishes to Curry. They kick it out to Green. Back to Curry with the shot, and it's blocked. They recover it. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game.
And, guys, Patrick Beverley, a perfect fit for the Rockets alongside James Harden. Now, you know, Beverley is in that complementary role as a 3 and D guy. And remember, also, even though he's the point guard, he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He's good at just spotting up for threes, and he's a hounding on-ball defender.
Thompson passes to Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 5th assist in this one.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play. And those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball. And we know he can stroke it from long range.
Rockets leading by 6. On the wing, Harden. And he slams it down right on top of Andrew.
And how about the role reversal there? I mean, slamming it down right in the face of the big fella.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense. So that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
Right side Curry jacks up a three, and there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Well, he holds the reins to this team, and we're seeing some examples, guys.
And that's the kind of... take charge leadership that every...
Outside for Curry.
That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are... Is the advantage.
Well, if you believe that a point guard's defense is just as important as his offense, then these guys have been outstanding lately. The point guard steal leaders for the past 10 games. Steph Curry fourth.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
For sure. I mean, they wreak havoc defensively in all kinds of ways. On the ball, off the ball, in transition. Boy, this group is the complete package at both ends of the floor.
Rockets leading by 8. Harden gets to Ariza. To the inside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverley, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. And then for Houston, Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Howard, stolen by Barbosa. Iguodala left side. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Iguodala right side. Golden State moving the ball around, and that one's good. Barbosa's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Passes to Green, and there's the feed to Iguodala. Outside Curry. For three, Barbosa, but he recovers it. Thompson dishes to Barbosa. From deep, Green. Brewer grabs the board.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
There's the pass to Howard. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. To the paint. Here's Barbosa. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Ariza. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
And let's take a look at Steph Curry's numbers. The past month has been surreal. First in scoring, third in three-point shooting, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Green. Rush comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over. Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
On the wing, Terry. Three-pointer. Here's Jones. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And now here comes Iguodala leading the break.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Rush kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Livingston. Rush dishes to Iguodala. Good on the three-point shot. Now just a 4-point Rocket lead. Barbosa with the steal. Pass to Spates. Terry grabs the board. Jones kicks to Lawson. Fires the three. Got it up. No good. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should Here is Harden. And so in the game for the Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Jones is out there with Smith, and it's Beverly in at the point.
And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
On the wing, Green. Back to Curry. Kicks it to Thompson. Feeds to Bogut. Curry wide open, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And here's Harden for 3. Can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Barnes. It's tipped. Here's Harden on the wing. Trains the three-pointer. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Houston?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And it comes off the front of the rim. Golden State moving the ball around. Thompson with the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. It's Harden with the drive. That is good. Harden's got 25 points in the game.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts. Just call him the beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high-percentage looks.
Smith right side. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And now it's a 9-point Houston lead. And speaking of Harden and being the best, he'd certainly tell you so. He referred to himself as the best all-around player in the league. What do you think?
And I think he's right in that category. A lot of people laughed him off when he said that, but he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
Back to Howard. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it? Oh,
well,
man.
Speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it? Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can, a rugged player.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Warriors trail by 12. Stolen by Harden. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Ariza.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster. And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skill. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Oh, and the dunk by Barnes. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Here's Curry, finished off the break.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Ball, the Rockets.
Spacing.
They're up by 10. 1:11 left to play in the final quarter. And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Beverly wide open. Another miss by Houston.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that deep. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's what he delivers the most.
It's Harden with the drive. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Rockets.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Harden. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa is checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And they go to the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. At the line for the Warriors, Terrence Jones. He has 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that stretches their lead to 8. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 8. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can game plan all they want, but unless they can put more time on the clock, I think this bad boy's over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they hope to get accomplished with this timeout here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of it.
From deep, Iguodala. The shot is off.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to